If you have this, then you just need to use your head, right? Because if you put this on a number line, right? There's 2, right? Here's 0. You know that everything here is going to work, yes? But when I get down here to -2, once I get to -2, the next number is -3, right? The next integer. And -3 squared becomes positive, yes? Which would be the same thing out here at +3, because that squared is 9 and that squared is 9. So I have to be in the middle here. Less than 2, but -2 has to be less than m. Cool? So in your notes right now, it doesn't really matter if you left it like this, as long as you understand that you had to be between the two. Because as soon as you go past -2, all that squaring brings you back to positive. Yes? All right. C. Who has an answer for C for me? C. Sophie. Less than 16/3? It could very well be less than. I have greater than, so I would have to check. That's what I have. Did anybody else do this? Did you get less than or greater than? Because I don't have it checked. I understand that, but we should check. I mean, let's take a quick look at C, right? Okay, so what is C? It's B squared, which is 64, minus 4 times A. What's A? 3M times C. What's C? 1. So that has to be less than 0, yes? To have no real roots, right? So that 64 minus 12M has to be less than 0, yes? Right? Negative 12M has to be less than negative 64, yes? Divide by negative 12, yes? Once I divide by negative 12, what do I got to do to the sign? Flip it. So it becomes M, and 2 negatives make a positive, 64/12, which is indeed 16/3. You just had to flip the sign because you divided by a negative. So you did all your math right, Sophie. Forgot something from grade 9. So I would have given you 3.5 out of 4 type of thing. Everybody understand? Okay. Now, at university, would a prof be that nice to you? No, because of course you should check your work, yes? And if you checked 16 divided by 3 and you ran it through that, you would find that it didn't work, right? And D, what was D? M had to be nobody. How do you know you got it wrong? You didn't say. Oh. I have it as greater than 12. How come? Why didn't you do that one? Well, sure you do. That is C. M minus 3. So it was 36 minus 4 times 1 times M minus 3, which is 36 minus 4M plus 12, which is 48 minus 4M. Right? This is the thing that gets you guys. You see something that looks slightly different, and you forget that math doesn't differ. Right? Math's always the same. That's why we use it, because it doesn't change if you're in Kazakhstan. It's still the same numbers, and all the same rules apply. Yes, I chose Kazakhstan. Are you going to make fun of that? It is a real country. So is Uzbekistan. So is Turkmenistan. They are all real places. I am not joking. It's hurtful.
I know the real places.
Okay. Because it sounds exotic. And Kazakhstan is...
Why does it sound exotic? It's a real place.
Because it's totally different than here. Much like this looks totally different than this. And yet the rules were the same. Wow. Kukamanga. Mr. Bugles now? All right, what is A, B, C, and D down here? Two equal real roots. What does that mean? Is it a greater than situation, a less than situation, or an equals situation? Equals. So all of this is equals. What's A? Excuse me. Pardon? Don't all answer at once. It's hard to write it down. Okay, I'm going to just assume that nobody did this, except for the few people that did this, and I will post a key for those people later without work, because I'm tired of this. Actually, I'll just post a key right now. 25. B was the square root of 15. C was... I don't have an answer for C, so I'll have to do that question. And D was either 0 or negative 3/4. C is B squared, which is 4k squared. Equal minus times 3 times 4 k squared minus 60. Oh no, sorry. C is the root of 15. So I guess I don't have an answer for B, which is what? B is 9 over 8. Let's just check. 9 plus 9 minus 4 times 8, which is 8 equals 0. I get 8 over 9. Let's just double check. 9. B is 9. 3 squared is 9. Plus 4 times 2 times k to equal 0. So 9 plus 8k equals 0. 8k equals negative 9. Yeah, negative 9 over 8. Those are those answers. And number 5 is I can't read my own writing.
Why it's negative of 9 over 8?
What?
Why it's negative?
Okay, because... Okay, so this is 3 squared is 9, yes? Minus 4 times 2 times 1, yes? No, sorry, not times 1, times k, yes? Equals 0. 9 minus 8k equals 0. Negative 8k equals negative 9. Yeah, it's positive. And then k equals negative 9 over negative 8, which is positive 9/8. Thank you, Antonio. And then this one, I can't even read my own writing here. It appears to be 0 and 1. Or it appears to be between 0 and 1. But I can't read my own writing, so I'd have to work it out. I am assuming that 92 and 93 are also not done, then, by the vast majority of you. Is this a fair assumption? Okay, get it done. So come back to here. Does this look like what we just did right here?
Yes.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? What do you see here? You see y x squared, yes? Everything else moves that around, right? So originally, y equals x squared. Graph it. It starts at 0, 0, and if you move that way 1, you go up 1. If you move that way 2, you go up 4, yes? And then that reverses the other way, yes? That way 1, up 1. That way 2, up 4. And so on and so on and so on. Everybody's cool with that, yeah? Okay, so now we're going to talk about what all these other letters do. You just saw it proven to you. We'll start with A. A does what? A is right there, yes?
Yeah.
So no matter what happens to my input, what is A doing to my input?
Double.
Multiplies it. Not double, multiplies it. Because if it's a 4, it's going to multiply by 4, right? So A is responsible for multiplying the input, right? What is the result in that? The y values, which are our output, are all multiplied by a factor of what? A. Whatever A is. If it's 2, I'm going to go over 1 and up 2 instead of over 1 and up 1. What if it's 7? I'm going to go over 1 and up just 1. I'm over 1 and up 7. If I go over 2, I normally go up 4, but if I've got a 7 in front, I'm going to go over 2 and up 28. Somebody whispered it. Everybody cool? What if I had negative 3? I'm going to go over 1 and down 3. If I go over 2, I should go down 4, but how far am I really going to go down now? 12. Everybody cool? Okay. Let's move on and talk about the next letter. The next letter in our row here is P. What does P do? What is it attached to? X. P moves the input value, right? It moves the is your hand up or stretching? Okay. It moves the input value. Does it mean minus or does it mean negative? Negative meaning the opposite. Think about what you know about graphing. Think back to point slope form. Y minus 7 equaled 6, x plus 7. Where did those, what was the point on the graph? It was negative 7, positive 7, wasn't it? Why? Because if I make this x negative 7, I get negative 7 plus 7, which is 0, yes? And if I make this x, this y, positive 7, 7 minus 7 is 0. Does 0 equal 0? So remember, when we're graphing, it's not subtraction. It means the opposite, yes? So that means it moves the input value, which is my x value, in the opposite direction. And how far does it move it? It moves it p steps. Everybody cool with that? And what's the third letter we have there? We have Q. What does Q do? It moves the output, which is the y value. Is it opposite or the same? Right. It moves because it's a positive. It moves the y value in the same direction. How many steps? Q steps. Is everybody cool with that? Now, when I go back to this graph, all of that stuff is here, and you guys saw it all in action, yes? So let's come back to our notes. We're going to do the first one together, then I'm going to shut up and leave you with a fairly large assignment, because apparently everybody needs to do yesterday's work too. Right there, what do I have? Does that look like that?
Yes.
So, what is this negative 3? Is that A, P, or Q? A. What is that? P. What is that? Q. We know what all those things are. If it was a regular parabola, where is our vertex? 0, 0, yes? But this is not a regular parabola, is it? P has shifted our vertex in what direction? Right or left? Left, because it's opposite sign, yes? So P moves x values 4 to the left. Correct? What does Q do? Q moves the y values where? 1, go away, up for the vertex, yes? So the vertex should have been at 0, 0, yes? But where is it really? 4 to the left. Where's left? Negative 4. And how far up? 1. So there is my vertex. Negative 4, 1. Everybody cool with that? If that is my vertex, then my axis of symmetry must go right through it, yes? And the parabola is going to look the same on both sides, correct? That's a vertical line. It goes through x equals what? Negative 4. Because it's the x value. Everybody good? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, oh, the one, what the heck? Why is that there? Whatever. And it's not erasing. Whatever. Who cares? Okay. Now, in a normal parabola, we would go one right and one up, wouldn't we? What changes are up and down? A, correct? A is negative, so is our parabola going up or down? Down, and it's a 3. So when I go down 1, how far really do I go? Down 3, because everything is tripled, yes? So I would go 1 here, and down how far? 1, 2, 3, correct? What is that value? I went 1 to the right of -4, so what is it? -3. And I went down 3. From 1 down 3 to what? -2. Now I know that because this is an axis of symmetry, every point on the right has to exist on the left, yes? So I got to have another point down here at -2. And what's the x value going to be? -5, because I went 1 that way. Is everybody cool with that? So this is what my parabola looks like. It's skinnier because it's been stretched this way. Okay? Everybody cool? Now, what's the range? Is range x's or y's? Y's. So what is the biggest y value I have? 1. So my range, my y's have to be what? Greater than or less than 1? Less than. Can they equal 1? Less than or equal to 1. And my maximum is 1 at x equals -4. Does everybody see how it works? All those numbers do this, which we proved over here. Now, we have half an hour left in class. I don't necessarily want you guys going on right now because I want you to see this again. And I want to get it recorded once, okay? So if everybody would be so kind as to once again put down your pencils so you can actually see what is happening here and it actually gets recorded, that would make me really happy. Okay? So, y equals -2, x minus 3 squared plus 5. What's A? There's A. What's P? There's P. And what's Q? There's Q. Right? P and Q move the vertex, yes? P moves the vertex where? Right or left of 0? Right, because it's got to be opposite the sign, yes? Because I need this to equal 0, don't I? And what makes this 0? +3. So my x value has to be +3. It moved it to there. But I can't put a dot there yet, can I? No, because that's not my vertex. That's only my x part. What does Q do? Moves it up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is my vertex. Is everybody cool with that? So my vertex equals 3, 5. Yes? Okay. What should the parabola do from there if we make no changes to it? It should go 1 right and 1 up, yes? What does A do to that? Multiplies it by 2, yes? But also by -2. So instead of going 1 right and up 1, I got to go 1 right and down how far? 2. Everybody cool? Because it's been stretched by, everything's doubled, and it's negative, so it's got to go downwards. Now, we know that right through here is a line, right? That is my axis of symmetry. And that line reflects the parabola, yes? So if there's a point right here, 1 away from the axis of symmetry, and 2 down from the vertex, what must live on the other side? Same thing, right? When I go over 2, I should have gone up 4, yes? But this tells me I'm going down double, which is what? So over 2 and down 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2 away from the axis of symmetry, there's a dot at that y value. So what must live right here? Another dot. And I get this parabola. Is everybody okay? Yeah? Everybody's cool? Is your hand up?
Yes.
What?
Well, is it possible to, do you know how we're stretching it down?
I'm about to do that. You want to stretch it this way.
Yeah.
Yep. Watch. What happens if I do, and I'll graph this one in blue. Come on. What? Y equals 1/3 x plus 6 squared minus 5. What's my new vertex? Minus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes? Is it going to open upwards or downwards? Up. How do you know that? Because A is positive. It has to go up, yes? Normally, it would go over 1 and up 1, yes? But how far is it going over now? Over 1 and up 1/3. Yuck. Who wants to put fractions on a graph? Not me. Normally, if I go over 2, I would go up how far? 4. But it's not 4, it's 1/3 of 4. That's another fraction. You want to put a fraction on a graph? Not me. When I go over 3, how far up should I go? 9. But I'm not going up 9, I'm going up 1/3 of 9, which is what? 3. So when I go over 1, I got to go up how far? When I go over 3, I got to go up how far? Instead of going up 9, I'm only going up 3. What do I know about this line right through the x-axis? If something's on the right, what is it on the left? It's the same, right? So I need a dot 3 away and 3 up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's my next dot, yes? Everybody cool? So, the next one should be over 4 up 16, yes? Do I want to do 16 divided by 3? No. Over 5 up 25. You want to do 25 divided by 3? No. What's next? Over 6 up 36. Does 36 divide by 3? Into what? 12. So if I go over 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I go up 12, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 3 over 6. And then I know here is my axis of symmetry right here. 6 away. So I go straight to the axis of symmetry. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. And there is that one. Now please notice that it is spread out this way. Everybody cool? Everybody good? All right. Now I'm going to try assigning more work, and, because the definition of insanity is to continue the same behavior with a different expectation of results. So I'm going to continue the same behavior with a different expectation of results, that people are going to do their work. So once again, I'm going to assign 92 and 93. So the first thing I'm doing is assigning this. This is homework. Or you could work on it right now so you didn't have homework. The next thing. This page that I said use your graphing calculators for. Excuse me. I want you to use what you just learned. Okay? So before I let you loose, we're going to do the first two just to show you what I mean. Okay? This is homework or work now. And you're going to do page 97. Okay? Yeah, go. Everybody cool? All right. Let's do one of these first. Okay? I am purposefully going to do... What's this first one? It's the easiest, right? Where does it start? 0, 0, over 1, up 1. Yes? Over 1, up 1. Over 2, up 4. Over 2, up 4. Graph. And it says I want the vertex and 4 other points. Change that to 2. What's the vertex here? 0, 0. Any 2 other points on the graph? 1, 1, and 2, 4 would be fine. Let's go 3 other points so you can't. 1, 1, and 2, 4. Let's go with 3 other points, and there has to be at least one on both sides of what? The axis of symmetry. Bonus points for whoever just used the actual math word instead of saying the middle line. Everybody cool? All right, so that's the easy one. I'm going to do this one with you now because that's the difficult one. Okay? What is my vertex? You should be able to pick it out right from the equation. To the right 2 and up 5. So it's 2, 5. Yes? Because I got to remember it's opposite for that one. So I go up 2 and I go up 5. Yes? Is there a stretch? No. So it's over 1, up 1. Yes? Everyone agree? So what's 1 to the right of 2? What's 1 to the right of 2? 3. What's 1 up from 5? 6. So I got 1 here at 3, 6. Yes? So what's this one on the other side? Same thing for y. What is it for x? Over 1, up 1. So it was 3, now it's over 1, up 1. Over 1, up 1. So it's 1, 6. Now I need a third point, right? Have I covered all your criteria? Do I have one on both sides? So do I care where you put the next one? So what's it going to be? If I go over 2 from 2, I'm at 4. How far up should I go? 4. So I went over to 4 and I went up 4 to get to. What's 4 up from 5? 9. And there's my curve. Everybody cool? Everybody cool? All right, now, let's look at a couple of things. Does that x get changed? In this one where the red circle is the x being changed? It's only squared. Has it been altered like this one? So what is the x value of the vertex in that one? Hey, is it moving? So it's 0. What's the y value? Dropping. Got it? Everybody know what they're doing for the next class? For the rest of this class? And based on what usually happens with homework, probably tomorrow's class. What? Yeah. No, because nothing's happening to the x. This is the q value, isn't it? Because it's way out on its own. Everybody cool? So you're doing 90, 92 to 93, 96, 95 and 96, and 97. Pages 92 to 93, 95 to 97, right? 95, 96, and 97.